Yes, sir, baby. On the radar radio. Yo, special guest in the building. West Coast in the building. Buddy in the building. What's up, bro?
What up?
Man, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, man.
Man, first of all, thank you for being here because when we're recording this, first of all, it's album release day.
Yes.
It's album release day.
Right now, yep. Superghetto out all around the world.
Everywhere, wherever you got your music, it's out.
Yep.
And you've been running around the city today. You literally touched down off the flight and you just been doing press all day long. And I know
hit the ground running, yep.
All day. And I know I'm your last stop, so I appreciate you making this last stop. We're going to have some fun with this, and then we're going to get you some food. We're going to get you some food.
It. I like this couch.
Thank you. It's like it's like comfortable, right? Like, it's not like a regular interview setup where it's like you're sitting on like a hard ass seat.
Yeah,
and you're
high
like,
up, yep.
Exactly. Well, man, congrats on the album first and foremost.
Thank you.
It's incredible.
Appreciate it.
What I like about it the most compared to like your other bodies of work that you put out is that I feel like with this one you took like a lot of liberties to kind of like play with different sounds. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you have like some alternative sounds on there that I was not expecting at all from you, but I really enjoyed.
Exactly.
So with this project, why did you feel more freer with this project to do different things?
Well, I was
just
just trying to make music that I like. I didn't really like start this album process with like a concept or like no real intention. I was just making songs and I was trying to just make music that I like. So most of the time when I would be making music, I didn't know what was going on the album or what wasn't. I feel like we made like 300 records and consolidated down to the best 10 and then was it.
Got you. But with those, I guess 300 records, I'm sure there was some crazy shit in there, like some like very different styles, different like this, different that.
All over the place. Yeah. I'm tapping into everything I'm capable of.
Because like when I was listening to like High School Crush, I was like, wow, like this is something like that was one of the records that I wasn't really gonna expect from this project. Because, you know, we all know you could rap. We all know that. That's undoubted. Y'all saw the freestyle. Y'all have heard his music already. Y'all know the man can rap. But like when you kind of get into like this different bag, kind of like in like a melodic type of way, but then with like some alternative, some live music and some shit like that. Like I was like, oh, this is dope. Like, you know, I fucked with it. I wasn't prepared for it. You know, when going into the project.
Yeah, with the Superghetto album title and the cover and Hoochie Mama first, I'm really just trying to bait everyone with some ghetto ratchet shit. Just to get them to listen to something that they wouldn't normally press play on, you know? Like, I feel like a lot of people are discovering vibes that they didn't even know they needed in their life with this album.
Right.
Yeah.
And like the story behind High School Crush, like I read a little bit, there was like a little, you did like a little breakdown of each track, and you were talking about like how you didn't really remember what was going on at the time when you made the record, but like you might have had a new girl, something like that, and you just kind of wanted to hold on to that like moment. That's kind of where that song came from, right?
You know, when you like infatuated with a woman and it's like feel like love, but you're not sure, you just want to stay in that moment as long as possible, you know? But everything is temporary. So I just made a song about it because that's timeless.
Do you feel like love is temporary too then, since you say everything's temporary, or?
I mean, no, love is forever, but situations be temporary.
Okay, like
you know
situationship,
what I mean? Infatuation is temporary.
Infatuation, okay,
you know
that's
what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever been like truly head over heels in love yet.
Maybe one day.
One day. Hopefully.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
And even because like you mentioned like baiting people in with the first record and even like the album cover. The album cover I thought is super dope because it feels like, you know, you took it back home. Did you shoot that like in your neighborhood? Like
it was in Compton. It was down the street from the neighborhood I grew up, but it was in Compton. We was at JJ's liquor store, invited a bunch of Crips and Bloods and my whole family, a bunch of friends. We had a lowrider, my nephew. And we was kicking it. I think it was a dog present.
The dog just hanging out.
Yeah.
So you really just like, you really kind of brought out like the community that quote unquote raised you to, and like you brought everybody together, and that's kind of where the whole idea for it. Superghetto.
Yeah.
But the meaning behind Superghetto, now you mentioned that was like kind of like you wanted to like kind of bait people to come in before you kind of gave them like the different shit. Was that always like the plan for it, like with the Superghetto name, or like what's the meaning
behind it? It was like
towards
towards the end, I was like, when I was sequencing the album, like we just kind of like rearrange all the songs in the Pro Tool session to see what song sounded better after what. And then like we didn't know where to put Hoochie Mama, like, you know, later in the album. She's like, let's just start it like this, you know?
Yeah.
Like we just like, how should this album start? I feel like it started, I think, did we start with like Ain't Fair or something? I don't know. We had a bunch of different like sequences for the track list, but that one sounded the best just out the gate, you know?
Yeah. The vid for Hoochie Mama is fire, too. I was watching that earlier.
Oh, yeah. The video just dropped. Dang, I got to post about that.
Yeah, the video's out, so make sure you go watch the video. But it was cool because you, like, on a roof, and it's kind of like, it feels very, like, like Summertime Party, like and you're performing and even like the fit you had on, it just I don't know, I just love the whole look of it, and it really does feel, now that you're telling me about it, because I didn't really think of, when I listened to the project, I didn't really think of it as like okay, he's baiting me in with this record and then I heard the rest. But now that you say it, I'm like, damn. Got my ass. Got my ass. Because then when you eventually like transition to even like the record with Tinashe, it's like, okay, there's something different is kind of like happening.
Yeah, it's not what you expect, but it's still good.
Right.
Yeah.
And even like Tinashe on that record, like it was interesting because like it's not what I thought I would have heard from her on that record. I don't know. I thought I would have heard something different, but I liked it. I was like, okay, he's using her in like an interesting way on this record.
Well, when we collaborated, we was just trying to like, you know, make the best music possible. So it just came out great.
No, that came out fire. And even when we go to like the T-Pain and whatnot, like getting a legend on your album, I gotta, first of all,
T-Pain, he T-Pained it.
He T-Pained it.
He T-Pained it.
So how did the collaboration with you and T-Pain come about? How'd that
I made the Happy Hour song, you know, and it was only right to get, you know, Mr. Bartender, Mr. Buy You a Drink. You know what I'm saying? To be at the happy hour, you know? And I think Tunji actually contracted him. We didn't work together in person.
Oh, okay.
You know, so he just sent the vocals in. I felt like DJ Khaled when them vocals came in. I was like, the Pain vocals is in.
You should have posted on the gram like, you really like the vocals are in. Top C, you like do the
top
shit, talk about who the vocals are, but they're in.
Yeah.
So when he, did you even get to speak to him at all? Did you get to chop it up?
I haven't talked to him yet. Nah, T-Pain, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you for the amazing. Thank you for the vocals, because honestly, I love that record on the project.
So good. Oh my God. And then when you expect him to stop singing, he keeps singing.
He keeps going.
It's amazing. I couldn't ask for a better feature.
And it's interesting because like you've had so many incredible features over the course of your career, but like I'm sure that like having, when the vocals came in for T-Pain, that's like a different feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like you worked with a lot of your peers that are, you know, pretty legendary as is, but like T-Pain,
his first line is Nappy Hour. Come on. Nappy Boy Records. He's just classic. So classic.
And when I was even like looking at like the comparisons between like the first Black record and then Black 2, like, and even, you know, I did a little research on like the you know, with the blurbs and kind of what you were talking about this one and how this one was different. Both records, you seem like you were in different spaces, but in the same way, similar.
Yeah, I feel like with the Black records, a lot of people expect me to like make those and activate those around like social injustice, Black community. But like I wake up Black every day, so I walk into the studio feeling as Black as I am, and I be rapping about it sometimes, you know.
Right.
And that was just the type of mood I was in. I think it was February too, and I always just like dive a little bit into Black history those months, read books, watch docs, and just. I never try to like half-ass the Black songs that I make, you know? I'm always trying to implement what stood out to me in Black history, you know, instead of what the current events is.
Yeah.
But it's always current events, so like when George Floyd died, they was playing that at the rallies, and the second one it just dropped, so it was just like the video was just like perfect for the time, but it wasn't like planned out like that. That was God.
Yeah, it just so happened to work out in the way that it was, you know, like the universe. Whatever's meant to be is meant to be type shit.
Yeah.
And even on like, you know, I keep talking about the album, but like I like dissecting this because like even on like this the title track, right, of the album, Superghetto track. I know that you had said that with this you wanted to, in your music in the past, you felt like you hadn't really been able to like be vulnerable with your fans in the sense of like you haven't given them everything about you, like you're growing up and stuff like that, and that this record was like kind of the start of that for you, or in a way the beginning of that for you. I just wanted you to elaborate on that more because I was like, oh, that's interesting, because like I feel like, you know, you give your fans yourself on the music, obviously.
I mean, I just I don't know, try to think about stuff that I don't really want to talk about and talk about it.
Okay.
You know, like get over myself and then just express myself.
Gotcha.
You know? Gotcha. And it's definitely very vulnerable for me. But I think I did good.
I think you did good too.
Thank you.
Do you feel like that's kind of like the lead into allowing yourself to become more vulnerable in the music that you're putting out now?
I think so, because I mean, when I create, I'm not really thinking about what I want to talk about. You know, I'm just kind of trying a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then it like circles around to like a topic or some type of through line to make it make sense. But like, when I think about what I don't want to express, that's probably what people will want to hear the most, you know?
Right. They want to hear you talk your shit. They want to hear more about you. The thing,
like,
you know?
Even when I completed that song, like, I was, like, torn on even putting it on the album. They was like, no, you got to put this the one there, blah, blah, blah. You know? I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. and of course, and this is like the last little piece I'm gonna say about the different songs on the track list, because you have tweeted, you were like, this is a Blxst appreciation tweet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a while ago, and then obviously the song with Blxst came out. I don't know if there was like any correlation between that or what, but like I have to say that like that was such. I know that was one of the songs that came out before the whole project was out. I think that was a great way to.
It was an amazing single
to lead into the.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's just a vibe. Blxst is a force. His sound is great. It's demolishing LA radio right now. So it just catapulted me back in the forefront. You know. So I really appreciate you, Blxst. Thank you.
Thank you, Blxst. Thank you, Blxst. So when people go and they listen to this project and they're going into it, maybe they're going into it blind. What would you tell your new listeners about this project and like what it means to you?
Please don't come over here with no set expectations for what you're going to get. Please just be open-minded and accepting to what I have to offer. Please.
I love that. I love that.
Management.
From Buddy himself. And I gotta say, congratulations. I saw you in Bel-Air.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that.
How did that happen? Because I know in the show, I'm waiting for like all the episodes to come out. I don't know if they're all out yet, but I did see the clip of you in Bel-Air, and I know in the show it's like Jazzy, he has like his own record shop or something like that, and obviously you pop in. So how did the role in Bel-Air kind of come about for you?
Well, the director is a fan of the music, and he just casted me to play myself. I was like, for sure.
It was that easy.
Yeah, I pulled up.
Because I know you went to acting school as well, too, right?
Back in the day, yeah, I need to run it back. People like me in front of the camera. I might do a movie.
What movie would you want to do? Like, what would be, if you had to
just write one and make one.
Oh, you want to do it yourself? Like,
yeah,
Buddy
make a
independently?
movie. Yeah, like the Friday trilogy or something. But my version.
Starring Buddy.
Yeah.
What would your Friday trilogy starring Buddy be about?
We already working on it. You're going to have to wait.
Okay, I'm going to have to wait. Because I even peeped when you played Flavor Flav in the Flo Milli video.
Yeah.
Which when I watched it, I was like, is that Buddy? I was looking at him, I'm like, is this Buddy playing Flavor Flav and Flavor of Love? Wait a second. I was like, time out. I remember like when I first saw it, I paused the video and I'm like, no fucking way. And so I got it. Did she approach you and she was like, look, Buddy?
She hit me up. Well, she actually had asked Guap Dad to ask me.
Yo, shout out Guap Dad, man.
Guap was like, hey, I want you to do this thing. It's so funny because like I used to get called Flavor Flav, middle school, high school, you know, kids, man. I've been Flavor Flav, Akon, Crunchy Black, every black person ever. So it's just funny to embrace like, you know, the joke, and it's just a funny moment.
Nah, I thought that was. It's funnier that Guap Dad called you to do that.
Yeah.
It's funny that because when Guap Dad came here, it was just like it was. He came from Comic-Con to come do the interview in the freestyle.
Fire.
Here. So he comes in here with like a big like Rick and Morty hat and just like these sunglasses and Lil Guap, of course. You know he always has like his little plushie around. You know, like that. Shout out to Guap Dad.
Shout out Lil Guap.
Shout out big shout out to Little Guap. And so you're doing when we're recording this. It hasn't happened yet, but by the time y'all see it, it has happened. So you're doing Jimmy Fallon again. Tell me, what are we performing at Jimmy Fallon this time?
Oh, me and Blxst going up.
You
way
and
too
Blxst.
long. Yeah, for sure.
Blxst is gonna pull up with you too.
Yes.
Love this.
Yeah, it's going up.
Love this. So you and Blxst will be performing. This is your second time on Fallon.
Yep. Live instrumentation.
Nice.
I'm about to have a fit, and I'm trying to wear a suit so I can look cute.
Oh, you gonna wear a suit?
I'll put that shit on.
Yeah, this is him like throwing the curveball at you. He's like, you think you're gonna come to Jimmy Fallon, wear whatever? No, he coming in a suit. He coming proper.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Just like Jimmy.
And
last time you had him wear a do-rag.
Yeah.
What are we doing this time?
I'm gonna do some ghetto shit. I kind of want to keep it a secret. I might get him
a
plate
by the
or
time
something.
They see this, they're gonna.
I might get him a plate, a little to-go plate, you know, a little paper plate with some tinfoil around it.
Okay.
Yeah. Simple.
What's gonna be on the to-go plate?
I don't know yet. I haven't thought that much through. Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna think about it the day of.
The day of. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go to like corner store or some shit. Get him something.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. I'll take it one day at a time, but that was a good idea I had.
I love that you get to that.
I like them Tims. Hold on.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Is them green?
Yeah, they olive green. These are like the DJ Khaled Tims. My man sold these to me.
I was thinking about getting some green Tims, and you got some on.
Yeah,
That's
look at this shit. I don't know if they have these anymore, but you know what I'm saying. I like your Air Forces. You know what I'm saying. Very New York of you.
Yeah, you know I knew where I was coming.
You knew you had to come out and represent correctly.
My bad. But what was you asking?
Oh, I wanted to get into this, right? Because I saw you tweet that you said you tried to quit smoking.
Yeah, I keep trying.
You keep trying.
Yeah, I want to be sober. I ain't never wanted to be sober until now. I want to be sober.
Why do you want to be sober?
Because I be too faded. I be really high. I get super drunk, and it's not tight.
It's not. Do you feel like is smoking for you like just like a casual thing, or do you use it to get into a mode when you're doing music? Or
I doubt
like a
I would like
relaxing
quit
thing?
forever. You know what I mean? But just like a long break, a nice long break. You know?
Yeah.
Just to be clear-headed and sober.
I feel like there was like a time in my life, I think it was probably like when I first started this show or around that time, like I was smoking a lot and then I stopped. I don't know. I just stopped one day. I don't know how I did it. I don't, shout out to God. I don't know how I was able to just quit like cold turkey like that. And like, I just got like really clear headed for like a couple months before I started again. But like that clear headedness was kind of
necessary.
It's kind of nice. I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? You don't get like that fogginess or anything like that when you wake up and shit.
I'm about to do Ramadan.
Okay.
I tried it last year. I made it 3 days. But I think I could go the month.
It's a whole month.
It's the whole month of April.
How do you prepare for that?
Pray.
Yeah, I would be like, all right, I'm about to eat hella good in March. And then boom, Ramadan comes around and then
just give it to God.
Just let God, what is it? Let God let go, let God, some shit like that.
Let go, let God.
Let go, let God. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. So do you think you're gonna attempt to quit smoking again or not?
Yes, for sure. I quit every month this year at the beginning, and then I relapse every month this year. Yeah, I'm gonna try again next month for sure.
No, you quit it every month this year. Yeah. It's like March 1st, and you're like, okay. And then March 2nd comes around, and you're like,
I'm like the boy who cried wolf. My friends don't believe me. They're like, nigga, you ain't about to quit here. And I'm like, damn. But I'm sick of it. I want to be sober for sure.
Sober for sure. Well, this year, I feel like this isn't the only project you're putting out this year, right? Because I seen you, I seen, bro, I be doing my research. You looking at me like, oh, how does this motherfucker know about this shit?
What are you talking about?
Go ahead. Let the people know. You tweet about it.
Know what?
Didn't you say that Jank Tape 2 is coming this year?
Jank Tape 2? Maybe. Yeah, we do got Jank Tape 2. We working on it.
You tweeted it.
It's in
I'm going to put the tweet right. Yo, Cam, go on me real quick. The tweet is going to be right here.
Yes.
The receipts are going to be right there.
Yes, me and Kent Jams back at it again. We recorded all this music during the pandemic.
Okay.
And after, it's one of my best friends. We just hang out and make songs, and they're great.
During the pandemic, did you, well, you said you recorded that during the pandemic for surely, right? What was the pandemic like in terms of you for creativity? Because I had watched you and Guap Dad's, the quarantine freestyle stuff that y'all did. I thought that was great. But how did you spend a lot of your time during that time? Were you reflecting, making music?
I feel like that was the first time I had an opportunity to, build out my adult life at home by myself. Like before then, I was like touring a bunch. Before then, I was working on the first album. Right. After I got off tour, I was working on the second album. And I was about to drop the album right before they announced the pandemic.
Before they announced the pandemic. Like the pandemic dropped on a Friday.
Yeah, and then I was just like, oh, okay. I put it on ice and just kind of was building out my adult life. Bought a bunch of toilet paper, was chilling at the crib, watch hella movies, cleaning up, hanging out with my family, sneaking out, going to pandemic parties.
Yeah, I think we've all been to one of those basement parties. Can't stop smiling. I see that smile on your face, bro.
Pandemic parties went up. I was like, fuck COVID.
Or when it was like they would be in the weirdest places too. They'd be like in the bottom of like a laundromat or
downtown Los Angeles is crazy. That's all I'm gonna say.
Tell me more.
It's just wild.
I've never been out there, so I need to get hip.
Well, there's just like a bunch of lofts and like apartments, like tall, nice buildings, and then right down the street is just Skid Row, where there's just like hella tents and drug addicts and just homeless people. Okay. You know what I mean? So it'll be like a crazy looking area you pull up to, and then you walk in, and then it'll be like an amazing experience that you're having. So it's just always like the best and the worst.
You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah. Essentially. I feel like it's like that. I don't have any like direct example of that like here in New York, but like a block can make a whole lot of difference no matter where you are. You know what
it'd be the same block, the same address.
Right.
It's crazy.
It's like I know about gentrification here in New York. Like obviously, we in Brooklyn right now, so it's everywhere. You could see it probably when you're driving up here, but like in LA, like is that like an issue that's starting to really?
What you mean, like the homeless?
No, like gentrification in general, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. They for sure just taking stuff, refurbishing it, and making it some whole new stuff. But it still be by the fucked up stuff, you know? It's like little by little.
Right. It's like how there's like a brand new building like right next door to us, but then the projects are like right there.
Yeah.
I always think it's funny because I'm like, yo, you got like these really rich, nice buildings, right? And then it's like the projects. And I'm like, all right, well,
I guess you can only build one building at a time.
Well,
but it's just like, I don't know. When I think of gentrification, I'm like, dang, it's kind of fucked up to like get rid of like the people who was there.
Of course.
But like, damn, this is nice. Ooh, this nice. You know? So it's like, it's bittersweet.
You look at it, you're like, that's a nice apartment.
Yeah, like, I like it in here. This shit nice. Okay, just know. You know?
It comes with this couch. You're like, wait a second. They're like, apartment comes fully furnished. Furnished. Yeah. You're just like,
this is nice. Yeah.
And like, there's like the little side of you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn.
No, outside, it's just like tents.
Yeah, it's just like tents. And you're like, well, you know, I'm pretty fast. I think I could run past those on the way into my crib every single day.
Nah, you gotta just stroll by.
Watch
out for the shit on the sidewalk.
You spent a lot of time here in New York. Well, not a lot of time, but you've been here quite a bit.
I be pulling up to New York.
You be pulling up. I know. Obviously, you were on the Cozy tapes with ASAP Mob. I want to know, what are your connections with ASAP Mob? Like, how far does that go back? I know Ferg, obviously, but how far back do you go with the Mob?
Just friends, you know, like mutual friends. Like we were just in the studio. We made the Cozy tape stuff. We was at like Record Plant. It was like me, Fat Man Key, ASAP, and we was just jamming out, you know? Just see them random places, parties, you know, and just cool people.
Are there any New York artists out here right now that you kind of messing with that you might
I'm not that tapped in.
Oh,
Who should I know?
Who should you know? Eli Frost. I got you, Rob. Eli Frost, you know, fellow label mate. You know Sleepy Hollow? Sleepy Hollow? I'm going to send you some music. Like,
okay, cool.
I got you. But there are a lot of dope New York artists out here that are kind of doing it.
Word.
Who from LA or Compton that I should be tapped in with coming up next?
Kent is about to drop his album.
Okay.
Kent Jams, for sure. And the homie Huey Briss is fire.
Huey Briss.
Yeah.
Okay, Huey Briss. Future Gabe. Remember to look up Huey Briss.
Yeah, he's tight.
Because, you know, I'm always looking for, like, to bring new West Coast artists up on the show when they come to New York.
He's like a rapper, you know? Yeah, he raps.
He got bars.
Yeah.
I like what's going on out there because, like, I feel like y'all have so many different sounds kind of coming out too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, especially with this project that you put out, and then like the other different types of sounds coming out of the city, like it's really kind of cool, especially from someone who lives in New York, who's kind of tapping in from afar. So I want to get your opinion on, like, how do you feel about like the music scene out there right now? Like, do you feel it's in a good place? It could be better. Like, where you kind of?
I barely pay attention. I be focused on myself. I don't know what's going on. I know a lot of the music coming out of LA don't sound or feel like Los Angeles. That's why I had to drop. You know what I mean? I'm like, let's get back regular.
Maybe it's just like a new wave type of situation.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a new wave type of situation.
I think I'm just OG with it. Like, I like G-Funk, like, you know? Yeah. Like, when I think of LA, it's like the Beach Boys, you know?
Yeah.
And just like all those type of sonics.
Right, like the U's and Nipseys of the world, God rest Nipsey, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Okay. I see it. I feel you. So do we have any tours coming up? I know we got
Superghetto World Tour for sure. I'm about to drop the dates on y'all. Don't even trip. We're going all around the world.
The Superghetto World Tour.
Yeah.
On the way.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I know we got a festival coming up. We got some festivals coming up soon.
Soul Bloom, and a couple others I'm not sure. I got to confirm.
Which I didn't really know about Soul Bloom until I saw it with you. And I'm like, this lineup is
it's dope.
It's fire. I was looking at this shit. I was like, dope.
Go.
So that's in San Francisco. April, I think I saw.
April 30th. Yep.
April 30th. Dope. Are you excited to finally be back out performing?
I want to rehearse to make sure my live show. I ain't been performing. No, they just throwing me out there. I'm like, I just need to rehearse. I'm trying to lock in with new band instruments and just, you know.
Yes.
Give them an amazing live experience of the album.
Word. I think, and I like that about you because, like, you're clearly about the artistry of it. You know, you're like, you know, it's cool to rap over the track, but, like, you're like, no, I need the band. I need the experience. I need everything.
Yeah, I mean, I already went out there and just had a DJ play the song and, like, was rapping on the mic, jumping in the crowd. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm just trying to build out a live musical experience that people can just really take away, keep forever.
You know what we call that?
What?
Growth.
Growth?
Awesome. Growth. Well, look, man, I appreciate you guys set up like this.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm a grown man now. Oh, we switch it up. That's that pandemic shit where you're like, oh, let me get into my more adult bag now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the project out now. We got a few more things dropping this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Take 2 on the way. Be on the lookout.
On the way. Anything else this year that we got coming that the people should know about from you?
Nah, I like keeping secrets. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. For all you know, you could be watching this in like 2023, and like he dropped like 4 projects in 2022, and now we're just kind of here. You're watching this, and it's like, why aren't you listening to the 4 albums he put out?
Yeah, just listen to Superghetto for now. Yeah.
Tap into Superghetto. Yeah, incredible project. Blxst, Ari Lennox, T-Pain, Tinashe.
Star-studded. Oh my God. Robert Glasper, Derek Hodge, Terrace Martin, D Mile, Rufio, Ricky. The production is amazing.
It's a beautiful album.
Yeah.
Well, look, I appreciate you coming to New York. I appreciate you stopping by, dropping a dope-ass freestyle.
No doubt.
Again, congratulations on the project. It's incredible. Everybody should go listen to it. It's out now. Before we sign off, anything you want to let your fans know, where to follow you at, all that good stuff, this camera right here.
Follow me on social media at Buddy. B-U-D-D-Y.
So simple.
Yep.
Well, appreciate you, bro. Make sure you go run up the freestyle. Go run up the album out now. Until next time, Buddy on the radar. Appreciate you, my brother.
No doubt.
Love.